Alright, welcome back finally on server 211. We are back on our own server after 10 in-game years. So after around 3 months without server 211. So now we are back and we already own some land here for sure. Let me zoom this a little bit out. And get to X. There you go. I got a semi-sized land and a massive land. But yeah, as you maybe know, my microphone on the headphones is broken. So I'm using my laptop microphone at the moment. I hope you can understand me. Yeah, for today, there's not much to do on this server as we just need to get an overview of what we want to do on this server and how we want to do this. But as you can see, we still have nothing, like absolutely nothing. Don't have a plow, don't have a tiny tractor with the soil sampler or anything. So let me check for plowing. Yeah. Uh, 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 uh. All right. So first step will be plowing, rock picking and liming, soil sampling. But for that I need to bring in my equipment. So I will just grab a little piece of paper and get me some notes down here. Okay, there is not much to do for me right now on the server here. Hmm. I know now I need to plow everything I own. I know I need to soil sample everything I own. I know I need to bring in the tractor for soil sampling. I know I need to make some money before we can go really big. Okay, yeah, as you see, they happened still uh, fucking a lot after I logged out yesterday. We are already ready for seeding tomorrow, the day after tomorrow, I'm sorry. Uh, yeah, I'm really happy with the job he did. I just will go and take some soil samples of the newly formed field area here on field 30. And yeah, I don't feel like there's much left other than taking a few samples here right now.
But yeah, um, I'll be announcing some stuff in the spring in regards to FSN and timelines on that stuff. So it's absolutely still in the water, but not the topic of conversation here today. Okay, so let's see here. Where's my notes? Okay, so that's ballpark how things are going to be operating going into 2023. Let me try to think of some other key takeaways for 23. Another big 2023 item is a new player experience. So I want to go from just giving somebody a couple of semi vouchers and no real sense of direction in the beginning to getting 3 to 6 career paths, where when you register for the site, you'll have 6 career paths in front of you, and it'll have a little blurb about the career path. It'll have a little blurb about what you get to start with, and it'll have a little blurb about, like, if you're the type of player who likes to do something for 10 minutes a day and check once a day, this might be a good career for you to start with. If you're a player who likes to check something every couple of hours on and off throughout the day, this might be a good starter career for you. And so it'll give information, it'll show you what you get, it'll kind of tell you like how much time you'll need to dedicate it, how often, because everything can be vastly different. Farming is you do something for 15-20 minutes and then you leave it alone for a couple of days. Semis, you give it a job and it could be anywhere from 3 days not touching the truck to just an hour not touching the truck. So it's important to give that information out to new people, and along with having those career starter paths, we're going to have documentation for each career path. These are the first steps of what to do. These are your next steps, et cetera, et cetera. So that's one of the other big goals for 2023. So that hopefully this fall and this winter, can get a really nice referral program in place so that you guys can invite friends, family, coworkers, etc., that you think might enjoy the game, and get some referral benefits for them that are going to be meaningful. So, I've toyed with a couple before, but I haven't really publicized them well. And so this one I will actually want to publicize really well with you guys and make it actually trackable on a dashboard for you guys under your account information, so you can see like who you've referred, how much they've earned you. So you'll be able to earn like meta bucks, prizes, LEs, even diamonds. If somebody donates, I'm going to have like a referral bonus where a percentage of the diamonds that they buy, you also get a little kickback. So I'm going to really try to get a good referral program in by the end of the year. So that's another big thing. The third big thing is that for the first time in 2023, I will be not only focusing on core development, but I will be beginning the user experience development. So all new features or anything that gets an upgrade from this point on will get the first level of what I call like the pre-beta UI update. And so what that means is that it's going to be optimized for 3 size screens instead of just for PC. It's going to have optimization for PC, for tablet, and for phone. So based on the resolution of your device, it's going to format and display differently. So you're not going to have funky things sitting off your screen, etc. And so you're going to be able to have a much smoother experience on a phone, because while everything is functional on a phone, some things can be a little bit tedious or troublesome. Is we want to try to eliminate that trouble tediousness. So that will be going into everything. The first features you'll see that on probably is the new global market and resource exchange. Will probably be your first experience with that. And let me just see if I've got something here. So don't take this as the gospel. Isn't a finished product. Here's a very early. Yeah, hold on. This is a very early peak of the global market revamp. Um, hold on, let me get a picture of the current one. So this is the current menu. I mean, that's the current global market landing page. So don't take anything on that screen as the gospel, and some of the formatting still isn't done. But that's an example of seeing the screen resizing based on resolution, changing the screen for you so that everything looks nice still, no matter what size screen you're using. So no more like you have to scroll left or right on your phone, or zoom in or out on your phone trying to see things. It's going to center everything nicely. And then like this, let me see. And then here's an example of like what it would look like on mobile going to a sub store page now versus like what you have to do with now. And right now it's kind of cumbersome, but the new system, as you see, it actually optimizes for the screen size that you're using and takes you to that page. Also, there's an Easter egg in that second one that I just realized. So I'll let you guys figure out the Easter egg in that second one. But yeah, so everything have it for medium and large screens instead of just for PC screens. So it should make a smoother experience because I know a lot of us do play, including myself, do play on mobile or on tablets when we're not able to be sitting at our PCs, which is one of the cool things about our game. So that's one of the other big plans for 2023 that's integrated into everything else. Let's see. Now, Mako, it will count for existing referrals and new ones, as long as they're tied to one of your companies currently as a referral. Yep, Galaxy, you got it. It's been a long requested feature. The new GM, I can confirm you'll be able to buy up to 5 vehicles at once or 5 pieces of equipment at once instead of just one. So, you guys ask and I do listen. Yeah, I will. We'll get there, Dracket. One thing at a time. To be fair, though, that's a dangerous game because there's so many ways you could build the same level kit, or if for a mine and stuff. There's so many variables to that. Um, we could have like a kit of the month or something, Dracket. Maybe that would be kind of cool. Like a kit of the month, and like one user gets picked to make the kit of the month out of people to enter to do it, and then we post it, and then the user can make a little blurb about what the kit is optimal for, or something like that. I don't know. We'll think of something. I'm always open to ideas. Okay, now let's move on and talk about Splitathon. I'm kind of excited, guys. I didn't even realize because we were so busy with the end of the year Force for Good stuff. I didn't even realize we didn't do one at our normal 2-month interval. It's been 4 months since our last one. Usually I do one every other month. So I'm excited to get to do that again with you guys. It is going to be split-a-thon format, which means it'll be a Friday, Saturday, Sunday, possibly into Monday if you guys keep it going long enough. It'll be about 9-10 hours on Friday, 12 hours on Saturday, and then up to 10-12 hours on Sunday, with any remainder on Monday. Most days will start around noon Eastern and carry on till 10 to midnight Eastern time. Um, we have a lot of really cool stuff planned for this, for you guys that are gonna, help keep the lights on and keep the keyboard clacking, because I absolutely can't do this without your guys' support. For those of you who are newer and don't know, ever since August of 2020, I have been doing this as my full-time thing. So not only do the lights of the server depend on you, but me eating depends on you guys. So it's been quite the adventure, but we're still going here 2 years later, and I'm excited to head into year 3 of it. And Splitathon is one of the fun ways I thought of to do little spurt drives and also let you guys see things get done. Now, I do have a list from you guys that you've put together so far in the request list that's probably about 100 to 150 items long. However, I'm still asking for more. If you haven't submitted your ideas yet, or if you have another idea or thing you'd like to see, or new content, or a bug fix, or something else, please make sure you post it in the Splitathon request channel right there. I literally read all of them, and I literally have already made a list from everything that's there. So anything else that gets added between now and Friday, I will continue to add it, and I'm going to try. Those who have been to them before can tell you I really do try to knock out as much of those lists as possible. So it's a great chance to see something you want to see get done over a weekend period. Excuse me, I'm gonna take a drink of water here. Now, with that said, we're going to have some fun stuff for all different levels. I have a few different things planned for, like, a special for this hour. You guys know I've done that before. I'm doing that again. So 1 hour, and it might be every couple hours that happens. But I might randomly give a special, and it'll have special perks for donating that hour. And those perks will be on top of whatever that'll be on top of whatever I'm already offering. So I'll be posting that post today about what the benefits are for donating. Starting today after this, hey Loss, starting today after this Hang with Hans, it'll officially be Codathon window. So any donation you make between today and the end of Codathon, you'll get those extra Codathon benefits with your donation. And I do that now. I didn't used to before, but I've started it like 48 hours early now, so that people who might be busy the weekend that I have Codathon can still donate to participate. And as a special, if you know you're not going to be around, but you want to participate, and you're like, man, I'm not going to be around, but I really want to know what a special is. So what I'm going to do is if you donate early before Codathon starts, I will contact you at the end of Codathon and say, hey, you donated $50, or hey, you donated $100. These are all the specials. So pick which one you want to have it used towards. And so if you donate early because you can't be there, you'll still get to pick what special you want, even if you're not there at 9 p.m. on a Friday night when I'm doing one of the specials. It's a way for you to still be involved and still get the participation special without having to physically be there. So that will be offered for people who know they're not going to be able to make it for the weekend. Okay, so let's talk about what's going to happen during it. So I'm going to work right from the list this time. I may have a special here or there where a top donator for an hour will get to DM me what they'd like to see me work on for the next hour. But besides that, I'll be working from the list. Another thing is construction peoples. I can tell you there will be construction specials. I can tell you there's going to be prospecting specials. There's going to be mining specials. There's going to be fish related specials. There's going to be collectible related specials. There's going to be spins. There's going to be custom artwork. There's going to be production recipes, adding cities, ship class names, lots of different cool special stuff planned for you guys this weekend. Now, every hour past hour 5 is going to be a day off of construction time of any buildings that are construction. Okay? At 30 hours, you get another 10-day bonus to construction time being removed. If we make it to 40, which is the max possible goal for this codathon, I knock an additional 25 days off. So that means total, you can knock off what? 35? Total, if we make it to 40 hours, you guys can save 60 days on construction time total if we make it to 40 hours. So if you have building projects, now might be a good time to buy the building kits. And if you have buildings you want to build, but you don't necessarily have the construction equipment or the money to get it right now, I can tell you there's going to be an early special that has to do with starting construction without having to have the equipment there. So keep that in mind as well. But at least to be ready, you need to get your building kits and you need to get them laid down. So keep that in mind. That's an advanced hint for you guys since you're here at Hang with Hans. Bob the Builder. Let's see. Every hour as well, starting with hour 3, we're going to start the Wheel of Fun. The Wheel of Fun is for everyone in knots. So even if you aren't in a position where you're able to donate, the donators who keep us going will allow you to also get benefits, which is really cool. The Wheel of Fun will have all kinds of cool stuff. I think I've got 10 or 15 things planned on it. Everything from a power hour for mining, which means double mining that hour, to a power hour for production, which is power, double production, to we've got things with like Holy Cow, which is like it adds weight to everybody's cows, so they get bigger, fatter cows. So you might end up with some really fat cows by the end of Codathon. But there's just a lot of different things that affect a lot of different industries, and so you'll be able to get some extra benefits from the Wheel of Fun, which will be spun once an hour. So that's in. We also, of course, are going to have the 1 second here. We're also going to have, of course, the customary special LEs. There is the traditional 24-hour semi. So once we reach 24 hours, anybody who's donated anything will get a special limited edition Codathon semi. That's a no permit semi. That's at the 24-hour mark. As a special, there's also another one that's going to happen, I think, at 35 hours. I don't have the note in front of me, but it's a ship for everyone. So much like you guys were able to earn a ship for everyone with the Force for Good in December, you'll have an opportunity to earn a ship for everyone during Splitathon. And then it'll come as a voucher, so you guys can keep the ship, sell the ship, whatever you want. There will be some Friday the 13th themed LEs because we will be starting on Friday the 13th. Yes, Dracket makes a good point. If you're going to be building something and you don't have the equipment, but you do think you may be donating to do the construction startup special, make sure you select myself for others. That way you don't have to pay that NPC construction fee. So just keep that in mind. Let's see. So we've got some Friday the 13th semis. We obviously are going to have a top 10 ship, which is a really cool ship. It is the I think it's the largest liquid ship that we have right now, but in an LE form. So a very big liquid ship, which is going to come in handy for something that's coming this quarter, offshore oil drilling. And that was another Easter egg hint for you all right there. Is that ship types will be getting more defined as far as what raw materials are hauled by what ships. That'll be coming. So no more just finished goods being in a container. And no more just all raw goods being in a bulk ship. So basically a lot of really cool stuff. I think there's more like unique specials than I've ever planned. And I think I have at least 4 or 5 ideas that we've never done before that we're going to try out, see if you guys like. Hopefully you guys will like them enough to donate during those special hours and keep us going. It'll work like every other Codathon, where we just have an hourly goal. As long as the hourly goal is met, we continue on to the next hour. We'll have the reserve bin. So if we ever go over in an hour, the reserve bin will get filled up and used for later. Same thing happens with people who donate before we start. If you donate before we start on Friday at lunchish time, then it will go into the reserve bin automatically. And we use the reserve bin if we're ever short in an hour to save us and keep going. So, with all that, guys, what are your questions for me regarding surveys, regarding the roadmap, regarding the flagpole system, the 2023 plans, or Splitathon? If you've got a question, now's the time. This is the place. I'm the guy. Let's hear them. Yeah, that's essentially it in a nutshell, Galaxy, is that if we have enough kind people who've got the spare change that they're willing to help me keep this project going, that it's going to benefit not only them with cool perks and benefits, but they're also helping fellow Nauts who might not be able to donate have a fun experience. And it's everybody who's been to one knows it's like a big nonstop party. Neon's jam putting on music for me. Sometimes it's good, sometimes it's bad. I'm sitting there talking about what I'm working on, showing screenshots and stuff. It's a good time. It's a good time. All right, C5, take care. Be safe, my friend. And remember, it's not ice cream. They're going to start earning them probably in a week or two, Vortex. I have to plug in some last things, but very soon they will be. Take care, Blom. Looking forward to it, C5. No problem, Vortex. Yes, Galaxy, that is the first hints of that you saw was the group tagging system, but that's I think on the roadmap under Q3 with NPC management and operations. Yes, Mako. PMC and head of state are both considered like borderline functional right now, so they're not either of them on the roadmap, but each one of them are going to be getting continual updates and launches of stuff. So yes, they're going to be happening. You're going to be able to start using your PMC pretty darn soon, and head of state are going to continue to get more things to do as the weeks go on here. Hey, Bama. Yeah, technically they're flagpole items, even though PMC hasn't officially released. It's basically released, but in testing on the first part of it, so I consider it part of the flagpole system. Yeah, we're just wrapping up Marine. This is a short one. There's another one at 7 p.m. to 7:30. This is mainly just an informational one where you talked about the Q4 survey, Q1 roadmap, 2023 plans, the new flagpole system, and Splitathon. No problem, LSPD. Yeah, try. These ones are short. It's only going to be about an hour long, probably about half an hour of me giving out info and then half an hour of taking questions. So these are pretty short hang with Hans compared to normal. I'm trying to spend the week getting prepped for Splitathon, which is a lot of admin work, a lot of planning work, a lot of prepping code work. So all right, guys, what else you got for me? If you got questions, now's the time. I will be going over the information for anybody who came late. I will be going over the information again in about 6 hours at 7 to 7:30 Eastern. It'll be information on Q4 survey, Q1 roadmap, the new flagpole system, some special stuff that's happening for 2023, and then Splitathon information. It's unlikely that will happen, Galaxy. The airplanes are likely going to stay in. I don't foresee them needing to be wiped. The airlines is going to be in addition to the ad hoc loads. So ad hoc loads will still exist for a while until airlines get to the point that it's both airlines and cargo. Once it's both airlines and cargo, then the ad hoc system will go completely away. But just in the beginning, when we're just starting airlines and it's going to be just passengers to start with, they will still have ad hoc loads, and you'll be able to transfer a plane into airline service or out of airline service and into ad hoc service. So, what else you guys got? There's a lot of you here. Somebody's got to have a question for me. Don't be shy. Step right up. That's totally you, Neon. Probably a tuna fish sandwich today, Neon. So that's a multifaceted answer, Try. So, um, I'm just getting to the point where I'm getting that stuff coded in. The game plan is this. You get the initial anomalies with a survey vessel, a potential, you potentially get one in your inventory. Um, After you have one, it's one of three types. It'll be an unknown, an oil, or a salvage one. Okay. Um, if it's an unknown, you first need to investigate it with an archaeology ship, a salvage ship. After you investigate it, it will reveal what type of anomaly it is. If you have an oil one, you're going to need a survey because we're going to have to go out there and resurvey it to find out more information about the oil deposit. If you have a salvage one, again, that's going to require the archaeology vessel, the salvage operation. You save 15% on your car insurance by putting it under your wife, making sure she drives slow, and getting an old car. That's how you save 15% on car insurance. Um, Airport gate rights. So essentially, that is allowing you two gates at an airport of your choice that has gates available. The new airline system works off of a gate system. So in order for your airline to operate out of an airport, you'll have to have at least a gate there that you operate out of. And then you have to, on top of having that gate, you have to buy routes. So you have to buy the rights to run your airline on a route, say New York to London or whatever it may be. So if you have a gate and you have a route, then you can start to fill passengers on that route and have flights. So the gate right system, instead of you having to purchase the gates or bid on the gates from the airport, it allows you them free of charge for your company as long as the gates aren't already taken. As far as when it goes active, the first version of airlines is scheduled to go active in quarter 1. So the first 3 months this year, we will see the first baby version of airlines. Locked. So the interface is in, but it's not quite live yet. I will send your ship out, but it won't process the anomaly properly. So you just be wasting a little fuel. However, I think by the end of Splitathon, because I already have most of it in place, so I'm going to make it one of the things I wrap up during Splitathon. By the end of Splitathon, you should be able to go out and investigate the anomalies, at least the unknown ones, is the plan. All you have to do is type in ANOM vortex. Just type in an anom, and it should bring up any anomaly that you have in your inventory. ANOM, Alpha November Oscar Mike. No, Brent, we will use all the current type planes, and you'll have to pick your plane that you decide to use based on your expected passenger demand, based on the route distance, and several other factors. But no, it'll not be a different type of plane. It'll be the same type of plane for airlines that you use for everything else. Surveying will gain research points, likely in resource acquisition, since it is all about resource acquisition. I also very well may be starting up a archaeology subsidiary in the near future, because that'll have implications for a company in short and long term. You can't really activate them right now. 18, if you do, it'll probably poof. So just don't activate it right now if there is an activate button. Just wait for the announcement that the airlines are live, and I'll probably do a little hang with Hans session on them and explain them to people. And at that point is when you can do it. Locked. They do not have a function currently, but they are planned to come back in. And their function, instead of sending semis in and out, which is what they used to do, is they're going to help you make your mine more efficient. So the mine will operate more efficiently, and you'll have all the data on, like, this is how many semis you should be using right now, and this is how long it'll take you to clear out this mine, and so on and so forth. So they're actually more of a foreman role now than a truck dispatcher role, is what they're going to be in the new version. Yes, every port has an equal chance to find an anomaly try. Well, eventually, Galaxy, but in the beginning, I'd say no, because an AN 225 is just for carrying cargo, not people. So when it opens, there will be no fee initially, Olav, but there will be a fee coming. There will be a fee system and a queue system. So like you'll be like ship number 3 in line or whatever. So yes, it will be coming. And as far as the exact amount, I haven't determined the exact amount on it yet. It'll probably have something to do with the tonnage or size of the vessel that goes through. It'll probably be different classes based on the vessel size, most likely. And yeah. No, you'll be able to buy the airline route regardless, Galaxy, but you'll be able to. The questions are coming hot and heavy now. I like this, guys. This is good. Keep it up. So it's not going to depend on plane size and type. It's going to tell you the length of the route and the current estimated passenger demand, and you'll have to bid on it against other airlines. Now, some routes will allow multiple people on them, like multiple airlines. Like it might say 3 airlines, the top 3 bids for airlines will get this route, things like that. And then you'll be competing for that route demand between those other airlines, which in the beginning, it'll be pretty equally split if you guys have all the proper aircraft, to handle the demand. But in the future, you guys are going to have things like marketing and stuff and customer satisfaction and choosing the quality of meals on your planes and choosing the quality of your plane's interior. And so there'll be a lot of factors that affect whether passengers are going to tend to go towards you or another player. So yeah, so airline routes partially will have a base price based on the passenger demand of the route, but also will be dictated by how many other airlines are going to compete for trying to be on that route. If 15 airlines want a route that only allows 3 airlines, you're going to have some bidding wars for those routes. So it's going to take a while to calculate out because it's the first time we ever did a group project Vortex. As far as like contribution levels for everyone, it was tracked, but it's tracked in several points which have to be combined and then turned into like a share system. Essentially, the Suez Canal may be one of the very first like IPO share issuances where it's a publicly traded player-based company. What'll happen is based on your contribution or based on the overall contribution, there'll be X amount of shares. Based on your individual contribution, your company will get issued X amount of those shares. And then those shares will earn dividends monthly based on the income from the Suez Canal. And those shares you can choose to keep or you can resell them on the market to another player or another company. No worries, Drew. No worries, drummer. We will be going again at 7 p.m. Eastern. So if you're going to be around then, I'll be repeating all the information that I gave out in this session that you missed. Right. There'll probably be a system for airline routes, I would guess, more than likely. So Mako, private runways will have a couple of functions. Well, about 3 that I can think of off the top of my head. The first one has to do with maintenance. So if you're at an airport and you only keep your ships at public air or your planes at public airports, you're going to have to. So that's another thing that's going to be coming with airlines. Maybe not in the first iteration, probably be a couple months out still. But in an upgrade to airlines, there'll be maintenance cost coming. Take care, Olaf. We'll see you soon, buddy. Hope that little one's doing well. She got to be getting big by now. So the first is maintenance. And so you'll have the A, B, C, D maintenance cycle that planes have in real life. And so A private runway will allow you to have your own maintenance facilities to do repairs on your planes, which will make them cost less. Or you can offer plane repair services at a cheaper rate than the NPC and get other player airlines to bring their planes to you for maintenance. So that's purpose one of private airfields. Number two is for aircraft manufacturers. They will need runways to be able to take their planes off and send them to airports and to do test flights and stuff. So airplane manufacturing is the second. And third is storage. So after airlines launch, again, probably when maintenance comes, there'll be actually daily fees for your aircraft that are sitting idle at a public airport because you're taking up space at the public airport. So a private airfield will allow you to either store your planes without fee if you have enough room, or if it's another.
So, okay, if you wondered what you're listening to, this is a Hang with Hans. This is the creator of the game, and he's talking about new shit to come into it. Now I was about to start soil sampling here on server 211 after I checked back on 223, and it's telling me I don't have the rights, so this will do it here for now with a little bit unplanned ending, and I will get in touch with the ticket department and hopefully they get sorted this real quick so I can start working. Yeah, guys, have a good one and see you next